Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute, but that's how life goes. Listen, I'm really sorry to just drop you in like this on a giant pile of my dirty laundry, but you know what? I had a great intro and I filmed it on my phone because I don't actually know how to do YouTube really, so it just didn't work out. So anyway, here you go. We're gonna jump right in. Today I decided to do a video. Just clean with me, clean my room, because as you can see, my room is, well, it's a hot mess. And to be honest with you, it's the hottest mess in my house and nobody sees it but me. So you know what? That's okay. So as you can see, I have, pile of dirty laundry that I am taking care of before your very eyes. And lots of other junk and garbage. And, instead of doing the corny ukulele music that I see a lot of people do, I decided that you could listen to the sultry sounds of my sexy voice. And if you don't like my sexy voice, you just want to watch me clean up my messy room, then that's okay too. I won't be offended. Just put me on mute. And, but if you do want to listen to what I have to say, I'm going to tell you an embarrassing story about myself. And first of all, we'll start with how I decided to take a little roll on the exercise ball. Anyway, I'm going to tell you a story about how I tried to save a stray dog that wasn't actually stray. So buckle up and get yourselves set down. Get set down, get yourself ready, because here we go. All right, so it went down like this. We had first moved into this house, and I live on a really busy street. You can't tell by the video, I don't think, but there are cars going about 40 miles an hour past our house. And one day, we'd only been in the house for about 2 months, and one day I look out and I see this brown dog, and this dog is just running along down the side of the street, and cars are going by, and I think to myself, like, oh my God, this dog is gonna get hit. I'm gonna have a dead dog in front of my house. And I start flipping out. And now, honestly, I'm not a dog person. I'm a cat person. I have a cat. You've seen her in the videos. They speak to me in ways that that dogs just don't. But you know what? I could not let this dog walk by and run by and get hit by a car and not have done anything about it. So I was actually getting into my car with my son, who was almost 2 at the time. So he was already in the car, and we were about to go somewhere. I don't know. I had somewhere very important to be, I'm sure. But I see this dog take off down the street, and I was like, you know what? Forget it. Forget wherever I'm going. I'm going to go get this dog. So I jump in the car, and I speed off out of my driveway, and I get behind the dog in the line of traffic. And luckily nobody was coming at the time when I peeled out of my driveway. And I see the dog take a left down this little side street. And I think to myself, oh good, this is a neighborhood. I'll be able to, I don't know what I thought I would do. I was going to just chase this dog down, and I had to save this dog. So I take a left down the street, and I throw my window open, and I start calling for this dog like an idiot, like here, lassie. I don't know. I don't talk to dogs. I'm not a dog person. And the dog just looks at me. It stops in the middle of the street and just looks at me, and then it takes off into a backyard. So I see this dog run into this backyard. So I park in the middle of the street, and all my doors are open, and I'm calling for this dog, trying to get it to come back out of the yard so I can get it into my car so that I can, I don't know, drive around, find the owner, do something. But I'm desperately trying to get this dog to come back so I can get it into my car. Calling the dog, whistling, all kinds of stuff. And I see these 2 little kids in the window of the house. The windows were open. It was nice. And I see them looking at me, and I'm just looking like an idiot because I'm in the middle of the street calling for this dog. And so eventually I decide, well, he's not coming out of the yard. Who knows where he went at this point. I'm not about to run through backyards. So I'm just going to knock on this door and talk to a stranger, which is terrifying for me in person because I don't know. I just am awkward in public. And I was like, I'm just going to talk to this person and be like, hey, there's a dog in your backyard, you know, just so you know. I think he might be lost. He's running down the street. Like, I don't want him to get hurt. You know, I'm trying to get him in my car, but, you know, just heads up or whatever. So I go up to the door and I knock on the door. Meanwhile, my car is still in the middle of the street because I make good life choices. And I knock on the door and they take him a minute. And the two kids, I can hear them giggling in the front room of the house. And this guy answers the door, nice looking guy. Well, not like a nice looking guy. I mean, I guess he was nice looking. That isn't the point. Anyway, this guy opens the door. And all of a sudden, I see this brown dog appear behind him. And he was like, can I help you? And I'm just like, dog, there's a dog behind you. And he's like, yeah, that's Gracie. That's our dog. And I was like, well, Gracie was running in the street and I was trying to save her. So just so you know, she was in the street. Okay. Have a good day. Just went back to my car where the little light is on, dinging, because this dog had just gotten loose from his backyard down the street from me and just run past my house. And I had been chasing this dog and calling this dog. Meanwhile, these two kids who lived in the house were just laughing at me the whole time and trying to save the stray dog that wasn't actually stray. By the way, that was actual dialogue of what I sounded like and what I sound like in public when I talk to people. So you can just picture that with your minds, and how I pretty much wanted the, you know, sidewalk to open up and swallow me whole. Anyway, so that's the story of how I tried to save a stray dog. And to be fair, I've never seen the dog since. We've been here for about 2 years now, and I have not seen the dog since. The guy didn't seem very concerned that his dog had been running down the street, and he was just like, oh, she never goes that far. And it's like, well, spoiler alert, she did. So it all ended well for me, not so much, but for the dog, it ended fine, and that is the important part. Now, if you thought my story was lame, because it kind of was. I don't know. It seemed like a really big deal at the time, but anyway, it was kind of lame. If you thought it was lame, then you can take solace in the fact that apparently I have the bureau of a 12-year-old girl, complete with unicorns and earrings that I never wear and bracelets that I also don't wear. And you know what? I'm fine with it. I'm fine with my choices. I'm living my best life with my unicorns. So you can just be glad you're not me, or you could live the unicorn life with me also, and just don't judge, because you know what? I like my unicorns and they have stories behind them, but like, you don't need to hear about that. So I hope you enjoyed this little clean with me, and I will be hopefully making videos like this in the future for you to hear some more embarrassing stories and follow along with me as I clean up my messy life. So if you like this video, then please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, do all that stuff that you do on YouTube, and I will see you next time. Bye.